Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another Back to Viz Basics how-to. We are in week 11 and we are building Gantt charts. Let's go ahead and hop into just some of our housekeeping items for today. So for this challenge, everything that you need to know about Back to Viz Basics is on our Back to Viz Basics website on the Tableau student guide. So if this is your first time joining us today, make sure to check that out. Everything that you need to know about how to participate, previous challenges, current challenges, the team, that is all here. When you click on the link to go to the challenge for that week, you'll probably see a page that looks like this. I get this question every week, and someone says, oh no, the link isn't working. You have to sign in to your data.world account. Once you do that, then you'll be able to see the challenge and prompt for this week. For this week, we are building Gantt charts, and this is a collaboration for Pride Week with the Data Pride Tableau User Group. So we do this collaboration every year just to recognize and celebrate the LGBTQ plus community. So for this year, our data set is looking at different Pride events going on throughout the United States. So we have the event name, start date, end date, city, state, country, website, as well as logo images if you wanted to include those. We have a big group to share with this time, so if you're participating in the challenge, please go ahead, share your visualizations on your favorite social media platform. You can also share them in the new Tableau community Slack. So this launched during Tableau conference, but this is a great way to connect and collaborate with the Tableau community. There is a dedicated Back to Viz Basics channel that we post all of the same information that we post on LinkedIn and X and Blue Sky on. Everything that you need to know is going to be under the Back to Viz Basics details canvas. So we have a lot of great links here, what you'll learn, helpful resources, and then all the challenges are listed here under previous challenges, and we link out to the challenge as well as a suggestion box if you have data or a topic or something that you would like to work on. All right, this is going to be a little bit of a short video today. I'm about to leave on a 2-week vacation, so taking some time to disconnect for a little bit. So we're going to get through this pretty quickly today. Back to Viz Basics will still be running during my vacation, so don't worry. We have a great team that is ready to get everything posted and shared for our next challenge. All right, so here's our data set for this week. Let's just take a look at everything. Always good to take a view here on our data source tab just to make sure that everything is coming through correctly. Looks like the event name's a string. Our start and end dates are coming in as date fields, which is perfect. We have geographic locations here for country, state, and city, and links for our website and logo images. So you can easily click on you can set up a URL action to maybe click on to go visit these actual websites. All right, so what are Gantt charts useful for? Well, typically they're great for showing timing, duration, and overlap of events or tasks across time. They're commonly used for project timelines, event schedules, task planning and tracking, visualizing time spans across multiple categories. So for this week specifically, they're perfect for showing when and where Pride events are happening throughout the month. So 5 easy steps to create them. We're going to drag our time dimension to columns. We're going to bring our categorical dimension to rows. We're going to change the mark type to a Gantt bar. We're going to create our duration field. So that's going to be our date diff calculation, and then we can format and enhance it from there. So really 4 steps, and then the formatting is step 5. All right, so step 1, let's start with dragging our time dimension. We're going to just use our start date. We don't need to worry about our end date within our view, because what we're going to do is we're going to plot the start date, and then we're going to calculate how many days between start and end, and that's going to make the length of our bar. So let's bring our start date onto columns. We'll change this to an exact date, so we have a continuous axis right here. Then let's bring our categorical dimension, which is going to be our event name. That's how I'm going to build this. So I'm going to bring my event name to rows. All right, we can kind of see it starting to form, right? We have a start date for each of our events here. But, right, we want to see the length of this. So how long is this House of Yes Pride events? Is it only this day, or does it stretch all the way over here? So let's change it. Looks like it's already recognizing that this is going to be a Gantt bar, but we'll just change our mark to a Gantt bar here. And then let's create our duration field. So we'll just call this duration. And this is going to be a date difference calculation. Let me make this a little bit bigger for everyone. Date diff. To write a date diff, we need first our date part. So what are we calculating? We want to know how many days, right, are between our start and end date. So I know that Pride Month is only a month. If I wanted to know how many months it would take, I would put that here. But we're calculating days here. So this is going to be the part of the date that we're calculating. Then we're going to put our start date and then our end date. Right? So here is our full calculation. Maybe it's blown up too big for everybody. So we have our date diff. What are we calculating between our start and end date? The amount of days. Okay. And now we can bring that onto size. And that is going to show us how many days our events are taking place. All right, so there you have it. That was our quick Gantt chart, but let's format this a little bit. What I don't like is that some of these events, if we go back to our data, don't have an end date. So they really only show, they don't show anything in here. So what I might do just to visually make that show a little bit more is I'm going to duplicate my start date. I'm going to create this as a dual axis chart by right-clicking on it. I'm going to make sure that the axes are both synchronized together. And on my second one, I'm going to change it from a Gantt bar to a square. And I'm going to remove my sum of duration from here. And then I'm going to go to my all on my marks card and just adjust the size a little bit so everything is the same size. So now I at least get like a little bit of a block for these events that are just a day. All right, let's add a little bit of sorting and color here. So these are just organized right now by alphabetically, but I want to sort my event name. So I'm going to right click on event name and go to sort. Let's go to a field and let's find our start date. And change the aggregation to a maximum. So we're sorting by our start date here. So now everything is in a synchronized start date time here. And maybe let's add a little bit of color. So maybe we add our state onto color. I don't think we need country on here, so we can remove that. All right, this is pretty colorful here, right? We have some nice bright colors here for Pride. Let's just, I don't think, well, probably want to keep that on there. All right, and then from here, I would probably maybe change the shading in the background a little bit just so we can follow the events or update the tooltip, right? The tooltip is pretty clean right now, but I don't like the standard out-of-the-box Tableau tooltip, so I'd probably make that a little bit friendlier. But that is how you build a Gantt chart in Tableau. I would probably do a little bit more formatting here, maybe add a clearer title with a description on a dashboard, maybe add a filter if you wanted to sort by certain things. And then, like I said, we do have the website URL, so you could always create a action. Actually, we can just do this right now. So go to URL. So when somebody, we'll keep it as a menu. We'll say go to website as the action. The URL we're going to insert from our website field. So now, when I click on the bar, did I set that up correctly? I believe I have this set up correctly. All right, I guess not. Well, you could. I'm not going to take the time to try to figure it out now, just since we're live. But you could set up a URL action. So when you click on it, it could take you there. I set it up as a menu, so hopefully it would appear here in our tooltip. I have my tooltip on. All right, yeah, not sure why that is not showing up for me, but I'm not going to waste the time now. But that would be a great way for users to, figure out which event that they want to go to, and then go directly to that site. If you're thinking about maybe building something like a Gantt chart for like a project timeline, maybe there is a URL action from the Gantt bar of that project to, Salesforce or something where that project information is stored. That is all the time that we have for our how-to today. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, I'm going to be away for 2 weeks, so I'll be a little bit quiet on social media, but Back to Viz Basics will still be running for our week 12 challenge. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to myself or my team on LinkedIn, X, Blue Sky, or the new Tableau community Slack. Everything that you need to know about our project is on the Back to Viz Basics website. And that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next time.